Well, how does it feel to get that first win?
Feels awesome. Feels awesome for our players. Feels awesome for our fans. I'm excited for our coaching staff. Just all the people who put in a lot of work, to make this happen. And make no mistake about it, there's no easy wins. Every win you have, you got to cherish and understand that they're not easy. There's a lot of preparation. There's a lot of things that go into it. But I'm really proud of these men because of the way through all the transition. They've worked extremely hard. They've had great attitudes, and I'm more excited for those guys and our coaching staff and our fans. To me, that's what's most important.
What went into the decision to go to Mason?
I just wanted him to finish what he kind of started at the end of last week. I feel like I felt very comfortable with Mason through fall camp. Every time, nothing rattles him. He has a really good understanding of the system. He played in it in high school. And so I felt like he deserved the opportunity to come out and see where he stacks up. And I thought he did a great job of managing the game. I don't think the numbers will be eye-popping when you look at the stat sheet, but the way he commanded the offense, he managed the football game. He was a great leader in the huddle. He did a great job of leading our team down on some great drives. And he moved the football. So I was really excited for him. He was extremely excited this week. I just felt like it was an opportunity that he deserved.
Is he your starting quarterback moving forward?
Well, again, week in and week out, we'll see. We're always going to compete at every single position. But as we end the night tonight, yes, he is.
How long do you know Mason's going to be your starting quarterback in the build-up for this week?
We talked to both guys a little bit earlier in the week, this past week, and just told them the situation, and both guys are. We're going to need them both. I've said that since the beginning, and I thought both those guys got some really good reps tonight. Kind of got in the flow of things a little bit more tonight, and at the end of the day, both those guys are going to have to be good for us to be successful. And so, I think I know. Just like Mason wants to be out there and be our starter, so does Alec, and he did a lot of good things as well. So we'll continue to get them both ready and kind of see how we week in and week out what we feel like the game plan needs us to have.
Defense played a lot better tonight.
Yeah, it was awesome. Those guys were flying around. Defensive coaches did a great job with the game plan. They attacked, they played fast, tackled. They didn't give up the big plays this week. They were a week better, and just more calm, more relaxed, more focused on doing their jobs, not worrying about trying to do somebody else's job, trying to do too much. So I was really excited about that group. I thought they played unbelievable, and I'm really happy for those guys.
Third down was pretty much just opposite of last week. You couldn't get them on the field on third down tonight. They couldn't convert a third down.
It's a new week, and that's why you go in and watch tape and try to correct your mistakes and figure out what our issues were this past week. And I thought they did a great job of really emphasizing it as coaches, as players, and we were a week better, and it showed.
Ran it a lot better tonight, too. I mean, was that a real important part of what you guys were able to do?
Yeah, I met with the O-line early this week and met with them in meetings with Coach Davis, along with Coach Davis, and challenged those guys. And the challenge to them was they're going to be a big reason why we win or lose this football game. And sometimes that's not always the message you want to send, but that was a message I felt like we needed to send, because to me it's more about confidence for that group. It's not about talent, it's not about ability. It's about getting challenged, and I believe in that group. I know they're talented, but we challenged them. We wanted to dominate up front. We wanted to average more than four yards of carry over the course of the game. We didn't want to give up more than one sack in the game, and we didn't give up a sack, and we averaged over 5 yards of carry. And that's a big reason why we had success offensively. Other than that, we were at times a little inconsistent. So we won. Offensively, we had success because of those guys. Make no mistake about it. Tonight, it was their job, and now it's the time to challenge them more and get more out of them, because up front, you got to win the football game up front, and that's either side of the football. I thought both sides dominated up front.
Tyler Wilson had 2 big special teams plays tonight. Can you assess his progress so far?
how he fits in on the other side of the offensively as a receiver? Will he get more snaps out there?
Yeah, he will, and he's very talented. He still has, a lot to learn within the system. He's a guy in fall camp that's been, at times, very electric. He has an awesome personality. He's very confident. There's no doubt in my mind he'll be a playmaker for us. He just has to continue to grow and understand the ins and outs of the system per se. We'd got to do a better job. The thing I didn't like tonight offensively, we didn't do a great job getting off press coverage outside, and you better be able to make those competitive plays outside. If you don't, it'll be a long year. So now it's time to challenge those guys to that, because I didn't think we handled that very well.
Do you feel like you guys got a little complacent in the third quarter and kind of sat on the lead a little bit?
I don't think we were complacent. We were trying to make plays. I just think we did some boneheaded things. I don't think there was anything complacent about it. We did not execute well at that point in the game. And the thing I'm really pleased, more so than the boneheaded plays that we had, that eventually will lead to getting you beat. What I was more proud of our guys, though, is they overcame adversity as a football team. And to me, that's more important at this point in the season, because it's going to happen. You're going to face adversity at some point throughout the football game. Sometimes it's the first quarter, sometimes it's the whole first half. I don't know. I don't know when it's going to be, but it's coming at some point. And I was proud of our guys, and we've talked a lot about it. They just rallied together. There was no negativity. They took strain off their teammates by being positive, fighting through it. And as what ends up happening is you end up flipping the momentum and the adversity back on your opponent, and you're going to see how good of a football team they are. I thought we responded better than they did tonight.
When Mason went down, what did you see? Obviously, he came back out. He was all right.
Yeah, I was happy to see he was all right. Obviously, he's one of them men. I'm out there talking to him, and obviously when someone hits your leg or your knee, it stresses you a little bit. You never know with all the different injuries that have happened. But once they told him everything was intact, he was tight. The first thing he asked me, did I complete the pass? And I lied to him and said yes. And the second thing he said, well, if nothing's broke, then I'll be ready to play. So get me back in there. I said, Mace, you got to come off for a play, buddy. So get up and let's go. But that's the type of competitor he is. He's got a special personality. He's very competitive, and he's got a bright future. He's just got to continue to grow and learn and get 1 week better.
How important is it to get this win early in the season, get that positive reinforcement for the work they put in?
They're all big. It doesn't. All wins are big because, again, I can promise you, they're hard. None of them are easy, and I don't care if you go 14-0 and win a national championship. Every single one of those wins, they're a challenge because it's the process. There's a lot that goes into winning a football game, and they're all important.
Do you feel like there's a different energy when Mason's out there just because of some of the intangibles he has, elusiveness, ability to make plays?
I'm not going to get in the whole quarterback who brings more energy thing. I'm just not going to do it. I think both of those guys bring a lot to the table, and Mason does bring a lot of energy to the table, but so does Alex. And I can tell you this, our guys believe in Alec Morris just as much as they believe in Mason. This is a team. We're a family, and I promise you I'm not getting into that argument. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.